Hello everyone, welcome back to another modification review for Total War Warhammer 2. Today we're looking at a full race modification that's been added to the game called Kraka Drak. It was over in Warhammer 1, but now it's here in Warhammer 2. And I'll go over what lore that we do know about them as well. We have a lot of human tribes here coming to help out, and a lot of unique units. To let you know, every Regiment of Renown unit here is made up. There isn't really too much lore about them, but what lore there is actually pretty cool, and I do wish they were fully fleshed out. Right now, our army is poised against the Warriors of Chaos who are coming to charge in. It's going to be a pretty bloody battle when they finally get here. So for a little bit about them. Dwarfs did settle Norska during the Age of Ancestors, which is when their living ancestor gods walked with them. They were cut off entirely during the Great Chaos Storms. They've since developed their own culture and variants of the Dwarf language. Some clans are isolationists, but others have actually formed very close relationships with human tribes. Let's go look at some of our units real quick. So here's our king, King Thorgard Kromzen. He's right here, and he looks darn cool. I enjoy that outfit. Let's keep on looking around. Over here we've got Orgi Three Fingers. I don't know what happened to the other two, but or maybe he only has 3 total. That would be pretty tragic. I don't think he could hold his hammer if he did. And to show that we do have a close bond with the humans, here are some Norse warriors too. We've got some more dwarf warriors back here. I mean, a few of your typical units that you do have in the game. There is a focus on melee for this faction, not really on gunpowder, but just a lot of axe-wielding dwarfs and, I guess, I don't know, rage, a lot of pent-up rage. Longbeards over here, and then you've got the Raiders of the Lost Urk, dual-wielding infantry, and they look fantastic. I love that quite a bit. Let's go look at the new units. Over here, they have a debuff over gyrating, what? Curse. And it lowers magic resistance. That's actually very unique, and I like that quite a bit. Let's keep on looking. We've got Orgi's Blades over here. We go look at what they have. Master Rune of Orgi Three Fingers. They have a weakness to fire damage, strong vigor, but they're able to replenish too. So that is really the strength of their blades. Over here we have Master Rune of Orgi Three Fingers, and okay, so that's what they're getting it from. They're getting it from his rune, a hero ability. They are immune to psychology. They have frenzy. And again, these guys are pretty darn strong. 49 weapon strength. They have frenzy too. I would love to watch these guys flank some foes. I feel like that would be fascinating to watch. And over here we've got the Gram Bakraz. Now I was actually trying to translate that with my little lexicon of the dwarf language. Okay, so Gram means brave or defiant. Then Bak means punch or fist. Az means axe, but I don't know what the R would symbolize in any way. So maybe like brave fist axe? I don't know. That might be the closest that I can get to what it might mean. But here they are now. Let's go look at what they have. Immune to psychology. You're going to get a lot of that here. They're having to fight in a very terrible land. They are resistant to magical damage. They do have some armor. Good. And then over here we have Stormbeards. Let's go look at what they have. They are armored and shielded. Vanguard deployment. They're fast for a dwarf. I mean, that's really a big thing that you'll be seeing here. A lot of fast dwarf units. Let's go look at what they have. Siege attackers, so they can destroy siege gates pretty fast. Over here, they are resistant to more magical damage. And again, Vanguard deployment would allow you to get to a gate quickly. Over here, Ward Bearers. So a big theme here that we're seeing for this faction is a focus on runes and of course melee combat. And we're about to go watch the battle. High magic resistance. This unit is so heavily protected against the winds by talismans. I meant to read the whole thing, winds of magic. I'm so used to it now. Runes are their own nature that they are almost impervious to magical attacks. And look at that, 75% resistance to magical damage. They will not take pretty much any damage from magical attacks at all. And our typical slayers that we have over here. It looks like a few of them are a little bit paler, probably war paint. The Stone Guard are way back here. Again, high magic resistance, armored, armor piercing, runes of dismay. This unit's weapons bear a rune capable of filling the stricken foes with dread. So let's go look at that real quick. We can discourage our foes and get rid of 16 leadership when they attack. This unit is probably by far one of the more powerful ones that I've ever seen. They've got a range of 75 for their ranged weapons. They have strong vigor. They will not get tired easily. They are able to cause fear. And they're unbreakable. Wow. That is a very powerful group. The Crimson Bane are up here. Look at that. They've got fire weapons. They're capable of magical and fire damage. They have armor piercing. I feel like this would be one of the hardest campaigns to play, having a dwarf faction way up north like that, fighting chaos alone. Over here, the Huskarls, 55 weapon strength. Bigger and harder, that's pretty funny. But they do like to fight bigger foes. They have a melee attack of 48, which is very high, with magical damage. They have missile units too. Okay, all right. Or missile armaments, I should say. And they have little fur cloaks. Probably shouldn't call it little, but the Forsaken are over here, a group of unique slayers. And if we go look at what they have, I mean, they are able to take down large creatures as they well should. A weapon strength of 57. Let's go look at what they have over here, though. They are able to rampage. They're unbreakable, of course. And over here, they've got Death Blow. All right. Such is the strength of the dwarven arm that a strike from this warrior's axe is sure to be a death blow. Oh, okay. So they have inherently more armor piercing and weapon damage. Let's keep on looking around. The Drake Guard are way back here. Again, a lot of tough melee units that are immune to psychology. A weapon strength of 55. So all of these units could just rip through Chaos Marauders like it's nothing. Keep on looking now. Over here, we've got Spike Gunners. For what few gunners they do have, here's what they do have. So let's go look at that. Sundered Armor. They're able to sunder armor, reduce it by 30 for 20 seconds. They have armor piercing damage and armor piercing for their melee weapons too. And then of course you have your normal Quarrelers. Over here we have their Path Grinders. They have explosive projectiles. They're armored and shielded, but they cannot attack air units at all. Ooh, there they are fighting. And then over here, the Thunder Bows. More explosive projectiles. And they can blind their foes, reducing their accuracy, melee defense, and melee attack. They have magical ammunition, but not a lot of ammunition. Then we have Rock Spitters, who are way back here, armor-piercing missiles, and just kind of like your normal Iron Drakes. Got a few humans who are coming to fight. The Carrions are over here, more humans that are able to help us out in battle. They have a entrapment, a net that they can use to trap foes. Now that's powerful, immune to psychology. And then back here we have our Troll Melters. They have poison damage, or actually they're just able to reduce armor, and they have flaming attacks. Okay, so now that we've done that, we can watch the entire battle unfold. I just wanted to go over each and every unit. So here it is right now. Our dwarfs getting into combat, trying their best to fight against Warriors of Chaos, and so far they are doing it. So yeah, there are 11 new units, replacing some of the default ones. There's 8 regiments of Renown. It's a custom legendary lord and a new lord type. You have customized character skills, a new tech tree built from scratch, 6 new building chains, and of course the appropriate garrisons for their units too. That giant is really giving it to them. There's a lot of dead dwarfs today. But yeah, for buildings, there's actually 6 new building chains too. There are warding stones, and that protects a region with a much needed anti-corruption effect and will eventually allow recruitment of runesmiths without raising their caps too. And they're really going for it. You can see each shell blow up as they strike their targets, which is a really cool visual effect. Let's go check out what's happening over here. We've got a half-naked dwarf crew cutting right into a bunch of Warriors of Chaos, and even when they die, they end up doing damage. There's a lot of dead warriors. I feel like the Warriors of Chaos are having a pretty tough time trying to make ends meet here. There's a Dragon Ogre currently clashing right through them. I wanted to add in some large creatures to show how they could take them down too. Let's see if they're actually able to win. I think they can. So they also have Norsk and Allies, a chain of refugee camps that offers shelter to survivors from Norse allies and Chaos abhorrent tribes. Offers limited recruitment options as well, and can only be built in Dwarf and Norscan territories. Then you have Seat of Power, twin and rival to the one in Karaz Akarak, the king of Kraka Drak. Eventually gets himself a comfy and sparkly seat as well, good for back pain and showing off. Then you've got the Okrin Aduraz Mines, a special mine in Kraka Ravrak, whatever it's called. Ungravalk channel system, a hybrid garrison ranger building, available in one of the many Norscan towns, and the Tower of Krok. Then you have the Great Shrine of Kraka Ornsmotek, a very important Slayer Shrine in Aisling Conclave. So there are unique buildings you're able to get if you ever want to go invade Norscan lands. That aura is rather pervasive. Wow. Are they all being hit by it? I suppose they are. Let's go have a look at that aura real quick. Look, I don't want to know that they're running. Thank you very much. Okay. Sizzling flesh. I wonder if that is the effect for that. It might be. So that effect might need to be toned down just a little bit. It's everywhere. I had no clue that would be so pervasive. So here we go. Orgry, 3 fingers, and we finally have our king, Thorgard Kromzen, who's now charging into battle. They're all going for it now. Let's keep on looking over here. Yeah, those melters are really doing a number to them. It looks like a lot of our warriors are beginning to flee, though. They're really getting beaten up. I thought they would easily win, but hey, maybe I was wrong about that. Okay, why don't you get out of here? Get off your cruise. That way we're not having to watch that anymore. Okay, let's see if that will finally go away, if that was actually the reason for all the green aura effect. Yeah, I think it actually is. I mean, it lasts for a very long time, but it's gone now. Oh wait, no it's not, it's still here. Oh well, we'll just have to deal with it for the moment. It could be another one. Anyway, it looks like through all the auras and everything else, we're beginning to win. They're pushing back. Though we did have a lot of units that were broken down. I mean, giants are always quite dangerous. They're able to do a lot of damage. Yeah, I'll have to find out what the green aura is just so that I can avoid that completely. But outside of that, it looks like this is a really well fleshed out faction. There's a lot of ideas put into it. And I like the overall theme of having a focus on melee combat. I mean, these are very rugged dwarves who are known to be more warlike than their cousins down south. I mean, they're not really known for using guns or anything like that. They just go into battle trying to win as much as they can. The Drake Guard is still trying to shoot in. There's a few units left, like trolls who are still charging in. Right over here. There they go. And now we'll talk a little bit about the overall tech tree. So the idea was to shape the tech tree like a sanctuary rune. Well, for technical reasons, he had to rotate it by 90 degrees. Close enough. Anyway, it's made of 4 branches focused on anti-chaos warding, warriors, slayers, and economy. And yeah, so there's a few floating tech nodes too that will bring things together, and a few debuffs too. I mean, they're kind of like optional things that you can choose if you want, so you really do get a lot of choices here. So yeah, that's really all that we need to know about the Kraka Drak faction. Again, I think it's a very unique start. It'll be very difficult to play as and to win as. These giants are still not dying. I have no clue how they're not dead yet. Incredible. I could take command myself and change it up. You know what? We could do that. The battle's nearly over. Each side is taking a lot of lumps right now. They're still going for it. Let's go ahead and just watch it play out. There's still so many large creatures left, but it looks like the general infantry had no chance. I mean, usually whenever you have a giant creature, you'll want to focus them down. If you're not going to try to focus them down, you're not going to get very far. They're going to be there the entire time just beating you up. Which is why they're still here, beating up a bunch of dwarfs. That is a lot of blood. It feels good to have blood and gore again. For a long time we didn't have it, but now we do. Now they're all beginning to run, it looks like. No matter how tough you are, eventually you're going to get out of here when you're being hit by that many dwarfen balls. It's just a matter of fact. Now we still have a few fresh units that are able to fight. Impressive, good work team. But that is really it for what I wanted to cover for this modification. All the information that I really wanted to go over. A little bit of lore too. And to me, it's a very cool faction. I think one day I would like to try them out. I don't know when. If they're like going to reach a final stage where it's completed, like fully, like where the mod maker feels like it's a fully complete type of situation, then I will definitely give it a go. If I ever try a new faction that's been added by a mod in the overall campaign, I do try to make sure that it's a fully complete experience. That way we're not running into issues or whatever like that. But yeah, if that were to happen, then I would play them. That means I would be fighting chaos for a very long time, but it would be a very unique experience, I think. Though there wouldn't be a lot of expansion. I mean, I really couldn't imagine you making a lot of money up north. Maybe, I guess we would have to see. But we have won the battle now. And that is what you need to know about Kraka Drak. If you want to check out the modification, I do have it linked down below, so you can check it out down there. And make sure that if you do enjoy the mod, to thank the mod maker and to give him your feedback. Feedback is always great. If you don't like anything, constructive criticism goes a very long way, and that applies to my channel as well. So if you have anything that you want to add, feel free to. But we lost 1,200, they lost 1,400. We have won that battle. Thank you for watching. Leave a like and look forward to more mod reviews in the future. And as always, until then.